Welcome back to another reaction for the beginning after the end, season 2, episode 8.
シルビーのおかげで私たちは恐怖の墓地から脱出することができた。
We finished the fight. We came back alive, and now we are being pulled in front of a judge.
その後、ギルドの面々はエルダーウッドを訪れ、なんとかブラルドの亡骸とレジナルドの遺品だけは回収することができた。後で分かったことだが、このクエストはそもそもギルドに届け出がされていなかった。サマンサは命を取り留めたものの、傷が癒えても冒険者を続けることは難しいそうだ。命を落としたレジナルドとブラルドのことを思うと。
Now, again, we still have the whole problem with Fire Asshole, and we have to deal with him. However, he's not responsible for this, right? Because he didn't, this all happened before he was deciding to kill everyone. So, this is not his fault. Someone else is at fault for these two dying. And, separate issue. However, that doesn't mean we are not going to fuck over Fire Guy, right?
私たちはダンジョンの中で何が起こったのか審理されることとなった。
朝、連絡ありがとう。指輪があなたの危険を知らせてきたから、いても立ってもいられず心配してたんだけど、無事でよかったわ。
So let's see. King's Day in Court.
へえ、生きていたのか。
おう。
悪運の強いやつだ。
No punch? No killing him?
来い。やってもらいたいことがある。座ってくれ。率直に聞こう。あのダンジョンで一体何が起こったんだ？
I mean, a lot of stuff happened. We were there. Bullshit stuff happened. This guy tried to kill us all. Yeah.
君の話を聞かせてもらおうか。
ジャスミン、
ノートはどこ？
今カスピアンと話しているところよ。
それなら私も話さないと。
ジャスミン、待って。あなたは行く必要ないの。あなたは何のお咎めも受けないわ。
では、巨大ワームに襲われてブラルドが腕を失ってからは、君がパーティーのリーダーになったというのは間違いないんだな。
ああ。
ルーカスの報告では、その後エルダーウッドの戦闘で、君はブラルド、クリオル、レジナルドをおとりにして、仲間のジャスミンと共に逃げた。ルーカスも君の犠牲になるところだったが、なんとか自力で逃げ切ったと。
This is all before he saw him survive, right? Because he was like surprised he is alive. So that is a fucking awful, stupid lie, right? Because he's like, hey, this guy, he wanted to sacrifice us all so he can live. I somehow made it out alive, but the rest they are sacrificed. And then you have like Crystal there, and it's like, yeah, I guess she made it out as well. Also, this wouldn't really hold up well, because we have Note, I mean, it's like note against fire asshole. Those two are two sides, okay. But then we have Jasmine, okay. Maybe not as reliable. Jasmine close to note, okay. Maybe can't believe him. Then we have Erskine, so now we have a second person that is on note's side. And then we have Crystal, so we have like 3.5, if you call Jasmine a half, people that are saying this guy is try to kill us, and he alone is saying they try to kill him. So alone this would be like, okay, the fire guy is lying. Doesn't mean that he's going to be punished because he's part of the powerful family, but he's clearly in the wrong.
もちろんこれはルーカスの言い分だ。イライジャにも話は聞くつもりだが。
Why are you in the forest?
セニール。
ジャスミン。
What's going on?
お父様に言われてきたの。
大変だったわね。大丈夫なの？ツインホーンズ、それにノートとイライジャだっけ？あなたにもお友達ができてよかったわ。元気でね。でもあなたを危険な目に遭わせた2人には文句を言いたいわね。冗談よ。
Why do I feel like I would need to look at the source material somehow? This feels weird. Why are we in the forest? She was inside the building. She was injured. She was like, oh, I need to go to Note. Okay. So then she runs through a forest. Somehow they are not in the same building, which is already weird because Note, we saw him in the same building where all the people get treated. Then we saw him go to that, okay, let's say this is somewhere else. He had to walk there, even though the show did not really make that clear. And she wants to meet up with him. She has to run through a forest. Already weird. But okay. Then she's meeting her sister, I guess. Because she's also part of a somewhat famous family, right? Family of, I don't know if it's fire mages or whatever. But she's, if I remember correctly, she doesn't have the magic. So she doesn't feel like she's part of the family. Something is going on. Who knows? But why she's running to Note through the forest, she's meeting a family member out of all the people in this forest. There's only one way to this place, and it's through the forest. Or did she go to this family, to her family, because she wanted their support or whatever? That may be the point. Maybe she went, tried to speak to her dad and whatever, to try to get them on her side, so she has some backing. Otherwise, if she's really on the way to Note, this is just weird. Just weird going through the forest and accidentally meeting family members. Why is everyone in the fucking forest? We are on a floating island, aren't we?
ルーカスということはお前はカスピアンに尋問されることになる。は？サマンサはまともに話ができる状態じゃないし、ジャスミンはフレームスワース家が動いたおかげで尋問は免れた。あとはお前だけだ。だからブラルドたちを犠牲にしたのはノートだよな。は？聞かれたらそう答えるんだ。悪いのはノートだって。バカを言うな！そうか。じゃあ悪いがお前もサマンサみたいに口が聞けないようになってもらう。
なんだ突然空気が変わっ
Why are we in the fucking forest? What the fuck is going on? Are we still on the floating island garbage bullshit? Then why are we on a fucking forest? Why are you in the fucking forest? It makes no sense. Because you need to train here? You are not using any iron magic or whatever bullshit it is you are using, so you could... The training you are doing, you can do everywhere. You know, where you are not alone. I understand that the family Firecuck is from, they are very powerful. So he assumes he can do whatever he wants. These people are from his family. They just follow his command because they also assume they can do what they want. That they are just willfully trying to attack someone or maybe kill someone is insane. But maybe that is how the family rolls. I don't know. Kill them all, I guess, because this is always a problem because he clearly tried to to attack him, injure him, maybe even kill him. So you should now do the same to him. But we don't do that. We always have to dance around this bullshit. So we have this idiot character in the story for no reason.
どうして体がこんなに重いんだ
お前たち何をしている
Why are you throwing the sword next to him? Kill him. Why are you not killing him? At least punch him. This little Nick is nothing. Make him fear you. That is the only acceptable... There are two acceptable outcomes for me. To be like, hey, this is a show with some somewhat good characters. If you have someone who not only try to kill you, which is one point, but also try to kill people close to you, which I feel like is 100 times worse. If you try to kill me, okay. But if you try to kill someone close to me, a friend, family, wife, children, that is 100 times worse. Then it means the gloves are off. I'm going after you. Either I kill you, and then the problem is done, or I make you wish you succeeded by just pummeling you to the ground. He has like this gravity magic, I assume. Gravity magic on him 1,000 times, so he gets crushed to the ground, make his legs not work anymore, his arms, paralyze him, make him wish he never did this.
お前らポケットするなこういう時のために
All of these I would also kill. I mean, they are clearly attacking. I would at least disarm them, see all their weapons, and then see.
高い給料払ってるんだろうが
We should not forget, he can stop time. Stop time, punch him 1,000,000 times, resume time. See what happens.
ミスターノート審理前にそんなことをしては
悪かったね。手が滑ってさ。
What the fuck? You must let the inquiry run its course. What do you mean? You clearly are here now. You see, we have now you and Jasmine as more people that have seen him try to attack Elijah. Whatever. So, can't we just do something now?
悪かったね。手が滑ってさ。
I would walk past him and just kick him, sorry, my foot slipped. And then, I would, oh my god, the footing here is so bad, I rotate 180 degrees and just back here his head, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh, I tripped again with my foot on his head, oh my...
さあワイクス、医務室で手当てをしてもらい。
Why are these guys walking around? He, part of the family, maybe can't touch him. These guys, they should be imprisoned. They should be disarmed. They should be imprisoned because this would be far better storytelling. Because you capture these guys and then you ask Wikes, you ask Firecuck, hey, did you command these people to attack? And then he's naturally going to be like, no, I didn't. I have nothing to do with this. I was here to try and help. Show that he's a little pussy.
たまえ。ミスターノートと二人にしてもらえるかな。状況は理解できるが、今みたいな挑発は得策とは言えない。
What kind of provocation? He was clearly attacking a friend. This was self-defense.
ないな。
なぜですか？あいつの存在を消し去る力が僕にはある。それに僕の素性はワイクス家にはバレてない。ミスターブレードハート、どう考えても僕に正義を貫くなと脅しているとしか思えないんだけど。僕からあいつを守れるほど自分が強いと思っているんですか？
すごい眼力だ。今までどれほどのビーストを、いや、もしかして人さえも殺してきたのか。
どうなんですか？
信じないだろうが、私は君のためを思ってやってるんだ。だが、いくら君の素性がバレてないとはいえ、もしルーカスに何かしたら、ワイクス家がこのまま黙って引き下がるわけがない。連中はミス・フレームスワースだけでなく、ツイン・ホーンズの今のメンバーも昔のメンバーの命さえね。
Okay. Kills him. It eradicates the whole clan. You can stop time, throw them off the cliff.
狙うだろう。だから、君が愛する人たちを十分守れる力と地位を得るまでは、過激な手段に出るのはやめた方がいい。
This is always why do you need the power to protect everyone if you can just kill anyone who is trying to attack you? Because, spoiler alert, protecting people is a lot harder than attacking people. Because, again, protecting is just really hard. You need to be at the right time, at the right spot. Then you need to not only defend yourself, defend a different person, and then also attack. If you just go and attack them, they have to defend. Defending again still a lot harder. And if they are gone, guess what? You don't need to defend anymore. So how about we nuke them?
わかりました。本題に入りましょう。僕もあなたにお話ししたいことが。
Especially, here's the biggest problem. I would assume what we know from the king, which I feel like it's not used enough in the show. We had this little scene, we should have had like in the background the king again to see that he's using his kingliness. I feel like the king would agree with my sentiment. From what we see or saw, I feel like the king would be like, hey, instead of having to defend someone from someone, if I have the strength to eradicate them, I'm going to do that. It's easier. It doesn't have as much risk. So if I can just destroy the whole clan, I'm going to get rid of the whole clan, and then I don't have to defend anymore. And I feel like he would say that to him as well. He would be like, thank you for your, thank you for caring about me, or something along those lines, and then be like, so I only need to eradicate everyone of the clan, and then I don't have to defend my people anymore.
あります。
ギルドに無許可で恐怖の墓地に立ち入ったこと、エルダーウッドでの多くの犠牲者を出したことの責任の所在は全てオーグメンターノートにあるとのルーカス・ワイクスによる申し立てについて、当初のリーダーであったブラルド・ランドンが死亡していることで、ルーカス・ワイクスとオーグメンターノート、イライジャ・ナイトとの言い分が食い違っている。そのことを考慮し、ここにいるアドベンチャラーギルドを代表する委員と共に協議した結果を言い渡す。ルーカス・ワイクス、コンジュラーにおける A ランクの格付けを剥奪する。
予想通りだ。
さらにギルドから許可が下りるまでアドベンチャラーとしての再登録を禁ずる。
どうせ父さんが手を回してくれて許可。
Again, I mean, the problem is the family is too strong. Just slowly but surely get rid of a couple. You know, a little incident here, the mom is gone, little incident there, the big bro's gone. You know, just, there's no reason not to do that, right? He is strong enough, he can stop time.
すぐ降りる。
ミスター・ワイクス、アドベンチャラーカードの返却を。
はい。どのみちこれから俺はアカデミーに入ることになっている。しばらくこれは必要ない。
名ばかりの処罰だ。
オーグメンターノートについては、これが単独で S クラスのマナビーストを倒したという男なのか。彼及びワイクス一族に対する明らかな敵意が見て取れるため、アドベンチャラーギルドを代表し以下の罰則を言い渡す。ルーカス・ワイクスがキシラスアカデミーに在学中はキシラスへの出入りを禁止する。
委員長、この処罰には納得できません。裏切ったのはルーカスです。なぜ僕が罰を受けるんですか。
決まったことだ。議論の余地はない。
It just occurred to me. Is there a punishing note? So if he takes the mask off, he's not Note anymore. So theoretically, he's not being punished, which I feel like is an oversight in the whole system. Just pick up a mask and a second personality, and bam. That one gets punished, but you can just take off the mask and bam. No punishment.
むしろ事情を鑑みたからこそ君は免許取り消しを免れたんだ。ミスター・ワイクスや彼の一族に近づかない限り、君はこれからもアドベンチャラーのキャリアを積むことが許される。
これでこいつも
以上だ。
待てよ、こいつの素性は明かさないのか。
ミスターノートの素性はこの判決が確定すれば記録されます。彼と家族の情報は平和維持のため開示されませんが、その足取りは仮面装着に関係なくギルドの選ばれし魔術師たちが監視することになります。
けど
決まったことだ。議論の余地はない、ミスター・ワイクス。
Again, his family is super strong, bullshit, garbage. Yeah, sure. It makes sense for the adventuring guild or whoever these guys are to try to be on to handle this more discreetly. Because if he really defeated a S-class monster alone, and he's that young, he could be a really strong adventurer in the future. And that is probably someone you are willing to risk a little bit of a confrontation with the Wykes family for.
これにて審問委員会を終了する。
坊ちゃま、お父上がお戻りになるようにおっしゃっています。
お前のために言っておく。常に俺との距離を最低5年分は取っておけ。
逃げながら強がりとは情けないな、ガキが。
坊ちゃま、
I would just dance. You know, dance, flip him off, make a fool.
ミスターノート、私と一緒に来たまえ。裏口へ案内する。
Lots of consideration. Lots of consideration because he could be attacked outside, so which is there's always a difference between a very powerful family and the family being able to do whatever they want. There's still like a modicum of stuff that you need to adhere to. You can't just be openly killing people in the street, even if you're in a strong family. Because that would mean that the king and stuff are not relevant, and people see that they don't have the power because this noble family can do whatever they want. So normally you still have to adhere to some of the rules, especially because in most cases in strong noble family, let's say they have 60% of the power. If the rest are going to come together and form an alliance of the rest of the power, then it's going to be dangerous for you. So you want to solve this a little bit better. I mean, the dad seems to be a lot smarter. He probably had the power to just make the punishment go away for his son. But you want to play by the ball at least a little bit. Give him some punishment that is not really important. You can work around. This way it seems like you have to adhere to the rules, but in secret you know you can do what you want.
あんな茶番で満足したかな、ミスターノート。
真に迫る演技でしたよ。ご協力ありがとうございました。
礼などいらん。君のためにやったわけじゃない。君がこれ以上問題を起こさないと信じたいものだ。ワイクス一族にいつまでも隠し通すのは無理だろう。
僕、見た目より慎重なんですよ。
いずれ君に頼み事をする時があるかもしれん。
あなたはとても機転が利く人だ。少なくとも誰につくべきかわきまえている。覚えておきます。
カスピアンの言った通り、実に恐るべき人物だ。
結局、ルーカスはワイクス家の人間だったってことか。
And I mean, let's say he would be punished. I feel like he can stop time. He could have killed Wykes whenever he wanted to, or Lucas.
けど、僕たちの間に溝ができてしまったことは残念で仕方がない。
But as always, the bad guys are not getting... This is always... I hate this so much. He's not getting punished at all. So he's now still part of the story. He's still an asshole. I still don't want him to be in the story. I want him dead. And then they are probably going to try to make him, oh yeah, he grew up and he's now a totally cool dude. I don't fucking care. Get rid of him. Get a different character into the show. I totally forgot we have a fucking dragon.
全部終わったの？これで家に帰れる？
何もかも終わった。家に帰ろう。
あの門を出たら僕たち別々の道を行くことになるんだね。
そっか、忘れてた。君はサピン出身じゃなかったんだよね。もし何も予定がなければ僕らの学校が始まるまで一緒にいてくれないかって思ってたんだけど。
僕は学校に行くつもりはないよ。
でも確か前に言ってなかった？アドベンチャラーの格上げを頑張るのは評判を高めて有名になりたいからだって。だとしたらキシラスアカデミーで教育を受けても損はないんじゃないかな。
大陸一の魔法学校に僕が入学できると思う？試験はパスするかもしれないけど入学するには莫大なお金とコネがいるってしまった。
そういう心配は僕に任せておけ。君はただ学校へ行くだけでいい。なんとかするからさ。
っていうか苦しい。僕 OK してないからね。
You are not rich. How are you expecting to make all the money?
ルーカスもアカデミーに通うんだよ。僕とあいつを二人にして平気なんだ。ジャスミン、イライジャを家まで連れて帰れる？僕は先に片付けたいことがあるんだ。
Are we going to kill him?
まったくどの授業を取るか迷うな。いろいろ気にかけてくれて嬉しい。
先にあの二人を行かせるとは用心深くて嬉しいね。
僕のつまらない計画通りにしてくれて助かった。ルーカスは当分疑わないだろうね。本題に入りましょう。僕もあなたにお話ししたいことがあります。あなたは賢い人だから、きっと僕を助ければこの後あなただけでなくギルドにとっても有益だと思っているはずだ。
ワイクス家は昔から汚い手を使って魔術師を輩出してきた。あの一族を敵に回すのは私個人としてもギルドとしても得策ではない。
分かっています。おそらくルーカスが僕の素性を知りたがっている。あなた方にもそれを明かせと迫ってくるでしょ
う。だろうね。
でも素性は明かさないでください。もしそうしてくれたら僕がもっと力をつけた時、必ずあなたとギルドのために尽力するとお約束します。
分かったよ。我々にできることなら何でも喜んで協力しよ
う。ありがとう。分かってもらえてよかったよ。それで、まだ何か
Right, we still had the beast core, right?
選別の品だ。
何これ？
By the way, the sound is wrong on so many levels.
この後自分を守れるように予防策に使ってくれ。
予防策？夜明けのバラードは鞘から抜かない限り問題ないはず。唯一問題があるとすればルーカスにシルビーを見られたこと。おいおい、一体何パターン変身できんの？
さあ、もう疲れたよ。
すごい便利だな。
So, why did he give you a bunch of money? Oh my god, who is this? A totally different character. At least try to change your stuff. You know, try to have a different kind of aura around you. different clothes, different colors, change your hair color maybe.
いらっしゃい。お、どうした？迷子か？
うん。父さんのお使いで僕の親指に合う次元リンゴを買いに来たんだ。
すごい高価なものだよ。父さんはそれを分かっているのかな？
これで足りる？ああ。
Is that supposed to be funny? He just said, oh, this is not going to be cheap. Now, he's having a whole bundle of money, okay? The guy is trading in very expensive stuff. Now, unless this money is so much more than the price of the ring would be, he should not have a reaction.
金貨がほとんど消えるなんて信じられないよ。
So it's not even more. It would be something else if he had so much money that even the guy that sells expensive shit is like, oh, you could buy my whole shop. But no, it is just barely enough. He should not have a reaction.
まあいい。これで普通の学校生活を送る準備が整った。
王家からの影響が家族へ及ばないよう念のためこの仮面をつけてからもう2年経つのか。普通の学生になるというのはどのようなものなのだろう。
Change your hair color, put on a different mask, different clothes, done.
エレナ、ただいま。なんて？
おかえりなさいって言ったの。すっごく心配したんだから。朝。
おかえり。
怪我は大丈夫なの？
もう平気なのか？
無事に帰ってきてくれただけで本当に嬉しい。
いつも心配ばかりかけてごめん、母さん。
感動の再会を邪魔したくないんだけど、我々もお宅の息子さんが帰ってきたことを歓迎したいんだよね。
ヴィンセント。
そうか、ジャスミンはツインホーンズのところに行ったのか。で、リリアは？
実はね、リリアは
キシラスアカデミーに行ってるんだ。
私が話してるんですけど。
そうなんだ。それは最高のニュースだね。
そういえばあのエルダーウッドの守り神をあなたが倒したと聞いてびっくりしたわ。
また腕を上げたな。
ところで父さんは今どのステージ？
それがさ、お前が出て行ってから濃いオレンジのステージに引っかかったまま進めなくてさ、いくら瞑想でマナを浄化しても突破できそうにないんだよな。
じゃあこれを使ってみて。
ん？
Isn't that really expensive? I mean, sure, you got a... I don't like he got like a bunch of money thrown at him for no real reason. At least have like a verbal contract in place. Be like, hey, see it as an investment kind of deal. It sounded more like, yeah, use this to protect yourself a bit. Because it would make sense to get the money for the Beast Core, maybe. I can understand giving the Beast Core to your dad so he can potentially level up, being stronger. Because if you go against the Wykes family, someone needs to protect your family, and you can't do all of the things. So having a strong dad makes sense, or a strong mom. So they can protect each other, they can deal with being attacked, or maybe fleeing, at least flee if something were to go wrong. And you don't need to divide your attention.
これは？
これはエルダーウッドのビーストコアだよ。これを使えばステージを突破できると思うよ。
ダメだ。これはお前が命をかけて手に入れたものだろ。俺がもらうわけにはいかないよ。
受け取ってよお父さん。
見せて
息子に負けるのは嫌だよね。でしょ？
アーサー、お前まさか。
そうだよ。僕のステージは淡いオレンジ。
まさか。
信じられない。
今度スパーリングした時ベソを書くなよ。
わかったよ。
Yeah, I really do not like. Oh. After credit.
この魔力は。
Wow, thank you. Those 2 seconds are definitely needed. Yep. Now, this is not a problem of the show specifically. It's general anime, manga stuff where you have a bad guy, clearly a bad guy, and you are unable to get rid of them. So we have this bad guy in the story. He's going to the school. We are going to the school. So we have to deal with this guy for like the next years. And it's like, why? It's not. If you want to make it that way, make him an asshole without being unredeemable. He tried to kill you. He didn't try to steal a little bit money of you, try to steal your girl, you know, steal your job or something. No, he literally tried to kill you, tried to kill Jasmine, who you're very close to, tried to kill Elijah twice, and tried to use the judges or whatever against you to then threaten your whole family, it seems like. This is not on the level of redeemable, right? So don't have him in the story. Make it so we can get rid of him. So we have at least, we know that our guy is willing and able to finish a fight. Because at the moment the fight is not finished. He's still there, Note is still there. It's like, we can't get rid of him. It feels so weak in anime when you have a character who is unwilling to go the extra mile. Or the show. In general, it's a show's thing. Because sure, you can have a character that can't do that, but then you can have a character in the same party who's willing to go the extra mile because they want to protect the main character, as example. But if you don't have anyone who's doing that, it's just weak. It feels weak. For what? So we can now deal with him in the school. And in a couple of years, we are going to be best buddies, and we are just forgetting that he tried to kill us all. And then blame us for that as well.